This channel is for entertainment purposes only, not to be taken as legal advice. Welcome back, everybody. It's Tuesday. Wow, the weekend went by super fast. Hope you had a great weekend. It was sunny for me, and I got to tell you, coming into the month of July, it's getting hotter and hotter here in Seattle as the days go along. We have a lot of Creditor Academy updates and what is going on. I want to first off by saying welcome to all the masterclass members here at Creditor Academy. It's so great to see new faces and to contribute to the growing community that we have here. And also the new courses that we have. We're going to be covering in depth today a continuation of conversation that we've been going over the last couple weeks. And let me tell you, credits through private banking, in the infinite amount of credits, is what I'm here to cover at a very high level today. We go through the deep details inside of the Academy, which I'm going to kind of show you a little bit behind the scenes about what we have at the Academy and what you get access to. But without further ado, I want to first off by saying, or from where we were talking about from last week, about becoming the bank, basically having a sovereign banker mindset. Because it's really time to stop thinking like a merchant and start thinking like a bank. We were talking all about what it's like being a merchant last week. Because in the public system, the banks don't hustle to sell. They just sit at the top of the payment chain and collect fees on every transaction. That's the position we're moving into. In the private, you become a facilitator of capital. You become the sovereign bank. I'm here to tell you, this is probably going to be our most popular course at Creditor Academy to kind of show how we go into that. But I'm here to give you the step-by-step or kind of the high level of how it is possible. Because banks don't sell anything. Have you ever noticed that? They don't sell anything. They just lease risk. They process payments, and they take a piece of every transaction quietly, consistently, and guess what? Forever. With this course that we are unveiling at Creditor Academy, that's available to all masterclass members, by the way, you'll learn how to build that exact same model under the private trust structure or your private membership association, one of the two. And what's the goal? The goal is to earn a percentage on every dollar that flows through your network for life. This is where, as a private processor, you're a private banking processor, you're no longer just accepting payments. You're setting up accounts for other sovereigns or entrepreneurs and other members that are paying you every time that they swipe a credit card or process an invoice or settle a transaction. You become a merchant bank, not the merchant. This is what true wealth looks like. It's residual income from the success of others, powered by a lawful infrastructure that you control. Every client you onboard becomes a private sub-account under your gateway. And what it does is it helps you set up and guide them through the compliance and lets you scale while you collect a fee. Let's be clear, though, that this is not an MLM. That was the first thing I want to make clear about. This isn't affiliate marketing. This is owning your own rails. You're creating a private banking function, receiving revenue as a service provider, not as a salesperson. Every processor already makes high percentages, so 3%, 4%, or even more on every transaction. But this time you do. And that's what this is all about. It's not only about you setting up your private bank, merchant bank, but it's about helping out your entire community and bringing them into the private with you. Because you can also set up all other people that you're helping to be sovereign, have private entities themselves, like business trust companies, right? And then you bring them in to your private merchant bank. And now you're basically facilitating the whole network. I talked about this at the very beginning of Creditor Academy, that I wanted my own private bank. And I went down so many avenues to figure out how to make that happen. And finally, I have done it. I've done it not by myself, but with the help of many passionate people behind me that wanted to see us succeed. So how do you get paid forever? Okay. Through helping out your community in the private, you become the gateway private bank, utilizing software where you gain the ability to onboard clients underneath your gateway. Each new client becomes a mini private merchant in your private banking umbrella. This is powerful because let's say you onboard a business trust company, and they're doing around $50,000 a month in transactions. This equates to over $2,000 a month in just residuals, and that's from just one client. Do that 10 times, and you've built a sovereign merchant empire that pays you 6 figures a year without ever even selling a single product. This is what banking is. This is what banking is. And what's great is that you're helping your sovereign community as well, because Stripe, PayPal, and all the other big names, they're stealing from your community by blacklisting them, by charging super high interest rates, by not allowing them to be private. Let me tell you, if you want to get a business trust and you want to try to get into all these other big merchant platforms or all these other public banks, and you go knocking on their door and you say, hey, I actually want to keep my sovereignty and my privacy, they said, sorry, then we kick you out of the system. We don't want you as a client. You need to bend to our will, not us to you. You become their financial lifeline. And in return, they just don't pay you once. They pay you for every transaction they ever process, which is huge. And the best part is that you're not, no one sees you as a vendor. They see you as a mentor, a guide, and really a financial ally. Because at Creditor Academy, when we're teaching this course, we want to not build customers. We want to build a network. We want a merchant family. We want a tribe of sovereigns who you can trust, because you've given them access to what the public won't. And this is how real sovereignty spreads, not just through law and paperwork, but through infrastructure, through trust-based economics. And it all starts when you activate your private merchant bank and open the floodgates to financial freedom for you and everyone in your system. Now that you are familiar with the subject, now let's talk about people processing under you, okay, under your bank. The next move is scaling. This isn't about having 1,000 people overnight. It's about building quality, lawful relationships that generate revenue for yourself and others for decades. You don't need the hustle. You just need to serve and structure. And inside of the course, we teach you how to build processing and private banking agreements. We structure you through a trust. We outline the fee splits, the processing terms, and the mutual protections between you and each person that you bring into your network. These aren't basic vendor contracts. These are private trust-based agreements enforceable under contract law. So we really go into detail about all of those things. And because this operates in the private, you're not W-2ing anyone. You're not a payroll company. You're not even a licensing agency, right? You're just giving access to your private merchant bank. And then in the end, your clients end up running the show. They go do their business in the private now, and you just gave them the engine to process and profit for both of you to win. This is what passive income looks like, because in the sovereignty movement, it's not tied to the hype, and it's not tied to all these sales funnels. It's just tied to lawful commercial activity that you structured to pay you every time someone you helped succeeds. It's clean, it's compliant, and really it's unstoppable. And that's what I love about it. So let's talk tools really quickly about this, because every bank, I realized we needed tools. We not only needed infrastructure and contracts, but we needed tools, gateways, and tech stacking when I was researching this. But it all needs to be in a private network on top of it. So in this course, we're not just here to inspire you. We're also here to equip you. We give you the exact platforms to use to become a private merchant bank, including gateway partners. We have custom software for this, and we have contract templates to lock in your sub-account clients, so then everybody stays compliant within their transactions. But you're building a tech stack that reflects your sovereignty. There's no PayPal, there's no Stripe, there's no big banks. Instead, we use your private gateway of contract-based billing that the trust own domains to keep everything in-house. You got to keep it in-house. That's what it means to be private, is it's not accessible outside. And that's what keeps it lawful and protected. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited about this, because at the highest level, what you're building is not just merchant services, it's sovereign financial institution. You're becoming a decentralized private processing node in the new economy. You are the bank of you, and your legacy is written in every transaction that flows through your system. This is how real wealth is built, not with labor, but with leverage. You leverage your knowledge, your structure, and lawful foundation to support others, and then pay yourself for life. Each merchant that comes within your private network is part of your branch of your private bank. And that's really what we talk about all the time. When I started with Patrick Devine, this was all about private banking, being your own individual banker. And when you pass this down to your children, to your loved ones, or anybody else that you want to bring into what we teach in this course, they inherit not just assets, but an entire merchant infrastructure that produces generational income. You don't just leave them money, you leave them with the system that keeps on paying. And one that can't be frozen, can't be stolen, or taxed out of existence. That's the power of becoming a private merchant bank. That's the vision of the sovereignty movement. We aren't just reclaiming status, we're reclaiming commerce, we're reclaiming capital, and most importantly, we're reclaiming control over our economic future. I want you all to join Masterclass and enroll in the private merchant and processing course, and take your rightful seat, not as a user of the system, but as its architect. The sovereign bank of the future is already here, and it really does have your name on it. If you would like to become a Masterclass member here at Creditor Academy, now more than ever is the time to do it. You can visit www.creditoracademy.com, go to the homepage of our website, and you'll see our Masterclass membership right here. Once you enroll as a Masterclass membership, you get access to our courses. We have many courses here at the Academy that are beneficial to you, including I Want Remedy Now. But the private merchant course is huge. It's mastering the tools and techs used by private merchants to operate outside of the commercial norm. This has taken so much time and effort to construct and put together. And now I want everybody to take full advantage of it. I'm excited about this journey. I would love for you here to go ahead and join us. But first, if you have not already joined us, by clicking the subscribe and the notification bell on YouTube, please hit that button. Also, join our private Facebook group. Our private Facebook group is filled with people who want to be sovereign, and we are exchanging information every single day. Also, if you want to be part of our live YouTube channel for the after hours of what we discuss here, you can go to www.creditoracademy.com and you can go to the live YouTube page, which is, or a YouTube button, which is at the very bottom. You hit on live classes, and then you'll hit the Tuesday or the Thursday link. A lot of the classes fill up really fast. With that being said, thank you everybody on YouTube for being here, and I would look forward to seeing you as a private merchant banker really soon.